Suppose we have a 4x4 system of linear equations. Let's look at how we solve for x, y, z and w using Gaussian elimination. The system of equations is shown on the board. The first step is to create a coefficient matrix by extracting the coefficients of variables x, y, z and w such that they become the entries in the matrix. This results in a 4x4 matrix. Next, we augment this matrix by adding the constant terms. We separate these from the coefficients by using a vertical line. Now, we need to perform row operations on the matrix in order to reduce it to echelon form. So what is echelon form? Well, we need to reduce our matrix such that it is in the following form. The row operations we perform produce a series of ones along the diagonal from the top left to the bottom right, and below the diagonal we have zeros in every position. Now let's look at what rules we are constrained by when reducing the matrix to row echelon form. Rule 1. We can interchange or swap any two rows. Rule 2. We can multiply a row by any non-zero constant. And rule 3. We can add or subtract any two rows, which can be done in conjunction with rule 2, which enables us to multiply a row by a non-zero constant. So now let's apply these rules to our system of equations and demonstrate a step-by-step technique to reduce our 4x4 matrix to row echelon form. Once the matrix is in row echelon form, we'll use backward substitution to resolve the variables x, y, z and w. So for step 1, we need to use row operations to get zeros down the first column and below the first entry. So that means getting zeros in these positions here. So beginning with this element here, if we subtract row 4 from row 2, so subtracting this row from this row, we get 0, -6, 1, -2 and 7. And then working on this element here, if we add row 3 and row 1, so this is row 3 and this is row 1, we get 0, 6, -3, 8 and 9. And for the last element in this column, so this element here, to get a 0 in this position, we can subtract row 4 from 2 multiplied by row 1. So this is row 4 and this is row 1. And this gives 0, -9, 2, -4 and 8. And now for step 2, where we need to get zeros in column 2 below the first two entries. So that's this element here and this element here. So beginning with this element, if we add row 2 and row 3, so row 2 is here and row 3 is here, we get 0, 0, -2, 6 and 16. And then for this element here, if we multiply row 3 by 9 divided by 6 and add it to row 4, so this is row 3 and we need to multiply it by 9 over 6, and then we add it to this row here, row 4, and we get 0, 0, -5 divided by 2, 8, and 43 divided by 2. And for step 3, we need to get a 0 in the last element of column 3. So that's this element here. And to do this, we're going to multiply row 3 by -5 over 4 and add it to row 4. So row 3 is here, and we're going to multiply it by -5 over 4, and row 4 is here. So when we do this, we get 0, 0, 0, a half, and 3 over 2. And our final step, step 4, we need to get ones along the diagonal of the matrix. So we need to get ones in these positions here. So beginning with this element here, we can divide row 1 by 2. So row 1 is this row here. And if we divide it by 2, we get 1, a half, minus a half, 1, and 5 divided by 2. And for this element here, we need to divide row 2 by -6. So row 2 is here, and when we divide it by -6, we get 0, 1, -1/6, 1/3, and minus 7 divided by 6. And then for this element here, we need to divide row 3 by minus 2. So row 3 is this row here. And when we divide it by minus 2, we get 0, 0, 1, minus 3, and minus 8. And then for this element here, we need to multiply row 4 by 2. So row 4 is this row here. And when we multiply it by 2, we get 0, 0, 0, 1, and 3. Now we've reduced the matrix to row echelon form. If we look at row 4, we can see that the variable w resolves to a value of 3. Let's now back substitute this into row 3 to obtain a value for z. So now looking at row 3, so that's this row here, it shows that z minus 3w is equal to minus 8. So if we back substitute for w equals 3, we have z minus 3 multiplied by 3 is equal to minus 8. So this gives us a value of z equal to 1. If we now look at row 2 of the matrix, so that's this row here, we can see that y minus 1/6 z plus 1/3 w is equal to minus 7 over 6. So if we back substitute for w equals 3 and z equals 1, we get y minus 1/6 times 1 plus 1/3 times 3 is equal to minus 7 over 6. And this resolves to give y is equal to minus 2. And now if we look at row 1, so that's this row here, it gives x plus a half multiplied by y minus a half multiplied by z plus w is equal to 5 over 2. So if we back substitute for y, z and w, we have x plus a half multiplied by minus 2 minus a half multiplied by 1 plus 3 is equal to 5 over 2. And this resolves to x equals 1. So we now have a solution to our system of 4x4 linear equations. We have w equals 3, z equals 1, y equals minus 2, and x equals 1.